Elite! Dax is a side stream! Elite sniper! So he falls down like a dummy. Okie dokie. I can't see him. That means he's gonna die. Oh yeah, by the way, this man is a toeman. No, footman. Damn it! God! I broke my own joke! Sorry, bud, don't really want to deal with your shit, I'll be honest. It's just so, you know, there we go. Problem solved. Uh-oh. What was that about the glitch making this game better? Because, it definitely is! Holy shit. Yeah, again, by being a clunkier game, it's a kind of a better stealth game! What the fuck? Never seen that one before! Where are you happy with house? It's time! It just goes dark. This is actually okay, that gets out of I'm noticing some minor glitches in this version of the I do love that they do things like, yeah, there's just a capsule full of animals here, why not? Hey buddy, are you okay? You're the new Tails! What? Why is this farmer Duke Nukem? Sorry, bud, don't really want to deal with your shit, I'll be honest. It's just so, you know, there we go. Problem solved. Uh-oh. What was that about the glitch making this game better? Because it definitely is. Holy shit. I've saved the game.
I'll see what a delicious egg in this trying time.
Shut his egg down. Fuck. The story. Oh no, the egg is taking over. It wasn't he, the egg man. Then what? A lot of visual information. It's this is better than what I was going to play. Hold on. Where's the... Oh, okay. Hello, everybody. I've timed me getting back quite well, at least. But... bloody hell, Pank. Oh, I was hoping no one remembered about the Halloween treats this time, because I've got a tummy ache. So, how many is that? Hey, Rachel, is she? Okay, that's... oh, shit, I've dropped a marshmallow. Well, that was going in the bin. Ah. Yeah, Pank's been playing this for a while, I feel like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, that's a perfect mouthful. Oh! They taste like ash in my mouth. Oh, welcome to the... I am Eldritch Zoe. We are doing this. We are doing Disco Elysium. This is part 2. I have decided to do a Disco Elysium Month, pretty much. So this is going to be what people are watching for a while, probably. If you don't like that, I'm sorry. I needed some consistency. I'm having a bit of a rotten one. But hey. Oh yes, here we were. What's glowing in my insides? I do not know what's glowing on the insides. I was going to talk to a woman, I believe. This boat is worth more than my life. Neat.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Time to rolls the play.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
He sends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Get close and hold out her hand over the railing. What gave us away is probably the funniest.
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
Impressive.
What is implied here? That you're a drunk?
A drunken police officer. I've given up drinking.
Of course you're not. It was only a joke.
I think I'm going to not shake your hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
The woman and the lieutenant exchange a brief handshake.
She is unfazed by your rudeness, probably chalking it up to local custom.
Dang.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will. Gladly.
Oh yeah, there's been a murder, by the way. I don't know who I am, and there's been a murder. And I've also made sure Twitch is working again. I will give a demonstration of this.
That is good to
when I
hear,
next get the
madam.
opportunity.
My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
The nicest things anyone said to me in my memory.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Turns you on face.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
There's two things I can do with Twitch integration. First one, hey nerds, vote. What am I doing? Choose my option. What is your... You're on a boat. You seem rich. Can I have some money? Ugh. Dang it. Dang it, detective. Oh dear. Rachel, sorry, what's the question mark about? Am I audible? I'm audible. Game's audible. What? It was last time. That's fucking weird. Ah, never mind. Yeah, oh, the time is done and nobody voted. Because only Rachel is here, I'm fairly sure. And, yeah, it should be a plugin. It should be enabled. But it might not be. I don't know. Fuck it, man. I'm going to ask this woman why she's on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
She looks at the deck under her feet, green and white sails on fluttered head. You have a license for this boat? A lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
There is a pinch of defensiveness in her voice, but it is playful.
What do you mean archipelago?
I mean, we are on Lakayu, are we not?
In Revachol.
We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Lakayu.
Ah, thank you for telling me. She's gonna judge me for this. Damn it, I'll say that vote right
I
there.
haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
She's having a good time arguing against the law. Too good, perhaps.
You're a license for this boat.
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
Oh, so it is a pledge for pleasure then.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act, a law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly Fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
But if my stats were different, if, for example, I didn't have low physique, maybe I could harass her on this matter. Because this is a role-playing video game. Why am I trying to establish the concept of Disco Elysium? This is episode 2. If you don't know what... And this game is 3 years old. If you don't know what's going on in Disco Elysium, you're me. Because I don't know what's going on. Does the boat have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
The word "it" feels strange. Such a beautiful boat deserves a proper name.
Boat really does need a name.
Okay. How about Cordelati 19? Why?
She taps on the side of the boat to make a hollow sound.
Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cordelati, and its hull is 19 paces long.
How about... I'm naming this woman ship. Fleet Fish. Something. Who on the note? I think Dolores.
Why Dolores?
Feels pretty.
Well, it means nothing to me. I think I'll stick with the factory name. But thank you for the suggestion.
Okay, we know what kind of boat it is. She just explained. But, so I won't be asking again. This is a habit you have to... I've decided that I kind of need to break with Disco Elysium, which is, I need to be role-playing. I need to play a role. Because if I don't, people will act like I would if I asked them every question that popped into my head in real.
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
God damn it, Kim.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Hey! I got enough cop points to tell that my cop friend is, like, actually knows what he's talking about. I like game. Game good. Don't like being a cop, but you know, that's why I spec'd into empathy and not punching.
Good.
Give her a thermal cup. Tell me about White Pines.
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
What do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things.
Points to small dots.
And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
And then to the east, towards the harbour.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
Yeah, admittedly, Rachel, it's not every thought that would pop into our head. It's every thought that would pop into this faceless man's head. And, his head is a lot worse than ours at, what's the word? Knowing not to listen to your tie when it suggests that you find your gun to have fun. You know, that sort of thing. Who are the other Indo tribes, Encyclopedia?
Son Baptiste, LUM, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
Good company, it seems.
Why, thank you.
She does not understand the real meaning of the remark. How much money does Wild Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
Oh, you have no idea about the tie yet, do you, Rachel? Oh, you don't have any idea about the tie yet. I'm not at liberty to... yeah. And a billion real.
A billion?
What exactly is a billion? Numbers like that mean nothing to me. I know it's less than that. Does that mean nothing to me?
Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary, but they are quite real for the 72,000 employees who depend on Wild Pines for their paychecks. A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It is a tremendous responsibility.
Does Wild Pines get all of those bits?
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Easterlers 250 years ago, when Pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
They have to start with a raw monopoly.
You know more than you let on. Certainly it helped, but most of the original Indo tribes have failed or been absorbed. To survive, Wild Pines had to grow and adapt. No suzerain did that.
What does such a huge system with the plates like?
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
You don't keep it moving, the workers do. Probably stuff without them.
We built this district.
There's car.
All the best parts of it. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, with its bastions. The plazas Meteor and Mosaic. Even some of the old street lamps have been put back thanks to the investments from the WP.
When Pine Team rises.
Before Martinez was swallowed by the industrial harbour, even before it was part of Revachol, long before Terminal B was erected here, the Pines built it as a resort for its Revacholian employees. A company getaway, for a weekend or a summer holiday. Then came the revolution. But that's another matter. I'm here to make sure the Pines can fulfill their responsibilities to the place they built.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
Yes. What can you tell me about the strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
What if I want to hear about trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
An octopus? I will slay it. Repeal it then. Wouldn't want to disturb an octopus. How do I repeal it then?
Why? By throwing off half a century of foreign domination under the Coalition. Unfortunately for you, the Coalition also leases you the right to police West Revachol.
Oh, shame.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
Usually I'm not deliberately messing with people in this game, but with this woman I definitely am messing with her deliberately. What is your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labour Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Oh, and tell me if the audio is good, by the way, because I'm having desktop audio. I'm having audio issues. Unplugging and plugging in my headphones in different ways seems to just fuck up my entire sound setup for whatever reason. Bloody nightmare. And if the volume needs to be boosted so it's more audible, I'll do that. Why wouldn't I? Fuck it, man.
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Ah, you mean Measurehead.
Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead.
She leans back and rolls her eyes. Can't blame her. Measurehead is a racist. He's the second racist. The third will be more interesting. A line that I didn't even get in this game, which is... I was hoping for that one. I thought it was going for the lynching.
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
Okay.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Scabs at the gate. Did you put them there?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the union refuses to?
No, I mean the scabs.
If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you.
That's a yes.
Not right now, at least.
That's a yes. Yeah, no, she would have denied it if it wasn't them.
It's implied she's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
What happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it?
Was supposed to say?
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of
Jesus
stature,
Christ.
you see.
That's not cool. The fuck off's funny. The other bit is not cool.
Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes,
Don't remember, you're the negotiator.
every worker, a member of the board.
Okay, voices. Yeah, she's been a time queen. Hello. Well, I am deliberately trying to throw her off, so I'm gonna literally just be like, oh, I don't. Again, I know there's an achievement for picking centrist options, so every time I see one, I'm just like, that's the fucking centrist option. I like it.
Then you might also like their other slogan. Demand democracy.
Not hard communist enough for me.
Personally, I agree. It lacks the pizzazzo of every worker a member of the board.
Yeah, oh, Pank, did you not catch that? I'm sorry. I did. Yeah, I ate all 12 of them. I've got a tummy ache, Pank. This was the worst possible day for you to do this to me. Thank you. What do they mean by it, though? Demand.
It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about what? About anything, really, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
Thanks, Panda. Terrible timing. Hey, Pank, you want a bonus marshmallow? There you go. Pank, no! Don't be nice to me, that's evil. Also, I've got to exercise. Sod. Hold on. Fun. 3, 4, 5. Ow, I think I pulled something in my back, but I did it. Being nice to my cough. Is that nice or is that worse? I don't know. Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, I didn't exercise much in the previous stream. Where are we? Decision.
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
The king is dead, long live the workers.
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start.
What are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Where's this going, Pag? Pag, where is this going? I'm very worried.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyar at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
Yeah.
This checks out.
Tell me about Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
I'm just going to let her talk, I think.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
With him?
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
Well, that's an accusation. What about the union itself, though?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
Distaste. Russian.
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Oh, that's a thought. Pank, you just donated more bits. You still haven't claimed your place in the ball pit. Pank. The ball pit calls, Pankaroo. Pankraru, even. I'll pronounce your name correctly if you put something in the ball pit. The ball pit? The highest owner gets an extra out of the ball pit. Ball pit. Ball pit. Yeah, Pat, your streams usually start before you get to see the ball pit, huh? So, yeah, no, send me an image. I've edited previous ones to be transparent. I left the fake PNG lasagna untransparent because I thought it was funnier. But, yeah. And also, it's an extra hour, by the way. You can always just get out of the ball pit if you want. It's not compulsory, as much as I don't like to admit that. But yeah, send me an image and I'll put it in the ball pit, basically. I think you've been the highest donor for like 3 weeks now, but like, I kind of don't want you to be so. I'll let you put in a more complex image than most people, maybe. But like, I don't think I can justify just filling the entire ball pit with Panks, if that makes sense. It feels a bit mean at some point. You're only really supposed to have one thing each, but I'm pretty flexible. But yeah, there's a mob.
Refreshingly honest, officer.
Hey,
The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother.
Good image choice. I'll get that in at the end of the stream if I have time. I might need to rush the end of the stream a little bit, so it might be the damn it, Pag. That'll be 4 additional marshmallows then, huh? Go on. Thank you. Yeah, no, that's a really good choice. I'll pop whichever one fits in best. Thank you.
And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
I prefer not to have an opinion on... God damn it, I don't want to do the centrist option. An effective advocate for the rights of local working men.
Why do you think so?
That's kind of not what I was going for, but like, do I wink? I don't know what the you know what, I don't know which one of these to pick now, so, just... It's voting time, everybody. Which of these would you like me to do? Which of these will piss off this lady more? Which thing do you want to do? Let's find out. Hold on, wait, did it already end? Blimey, those are quicker than I remember them being. Okay. Oh. You've torn me between the two I want. I'm going leech. I'm calling him out a leech.
Well, I suppose that's one way to look at it. They're an interesting composition, albeit vile. But enough about Everard. What else can I do for you?
Yeah. Nothing happened in the election.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Eerie.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a Union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
And I think that's inaccurate. Also, are my bots more active than usual? I swear they're not usually this active. This might be a minimum message thing. It might be just because the chat's been more messages. That's what's happening. But if there's an issue, it's I can tweak it if it becomes a problem. I'll tweak how the bot works. Don't worry. But yeah, just if you think Nightbot is gaining sentience, do tell me. I'm not a good judge of this. Things happen.
Thank you for your concern, man. We'll be just fine.
Hey, big change.
Of course. How else can I help?
What can you tell me about? I won't
Quite a few
kill it.
things,
I'll
I'm afraid.
weaken it a little bit. I'm the only sentient one in this stream, apart from when guests come on. Or when I'm talking to Mr. Mayor, the most sentient thing in the entire stream. Don't tell me what I've done wrong, Quinn. If I'm going to fuck up, I'm going to fuck up. Full silent mode. Also, at the end of the last stream, Kim basically said, piss this lady off. So, yeah. I barely know my own house rules half the time, I feel like. Oh dear. Silent for a moment, contemplating something.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Uh-oh.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will
Ooh,
suffice.
shit.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
Whenever we have a part told you I suffer. I have one option and it's this. Whenever my partner does, I do something for an unusual mental episode, my boss badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Yes.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
It's possible. After a night of heavy drinking, I lost all memory of my life and the world.
Oh, dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
You're too stupid. This is too stupid a ploy to be fake.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
The way of it.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Now here's the other thing you can do in the Switch thing. I think you can boost my stats. Switch chat. I really hope you can, because I should have clicked this after I said I was going to, because of the delay. See, doopsie. Yeah. Okay. Pull down, and I do not think that benefited me if you did it. I can't really see what the results of that are. Anyway, here we go.
She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her. Insinuate.
Oh. There's some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Like what?
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones.
Drug trading?
Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Just remember.
Hey. Psst. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
How come that's great?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
I've said some mildly left-wing things, but none of those.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Wait, first, what's this communism even about?
Failure. It's about failure. Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist. Now get to work, comrade.
Well, time to roll up my sleeves and start building communism, I guess.
Oh yeah, get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, firing squads? You didn't say anything about those.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Let me see that further and breathe in the... Well, I've unlocked the power of communism. Mazovian socioeconomics. Apparently, that reaction, my visual calculus goes down for a bit. People think communism is some crazy idea that has come up since 40 years ago. Either that shook the world, never to return again. They were right until he woke up today. A spiritual corpse blown to the call of Commodore Red, prostitutes and Kraz Mazov. Him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2, the oceanic trench where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He is the big communism builder. Come witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. Internalize. Anyway, Kim was going to talk to me, I think.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
Voices. How do you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Oh, really? I thought it was going so well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
Hello. Moogle Snow. I've seen you around, and it's nice to see you. I did communism, and everybody left. God damn it, numbers. I want to say I'm doing things, huh? Boo, panda. Boo. Good hands.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
We could just, hide my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large, and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
Yeah, nice to see you, then. I'm glad people do see me in these things. I put the promo in everywhere that will allow it, basically, and it's nice when people actually come through. Thank you. Nice. Yeah, be aware this is episode 2 of this stream, so I hope you don't mind things happening. God, there's so much in this game though. I don't think you could play through all of it yourself, so it's nice to see other people's playthroughs of it. I found both shoes, yes. That's the least important thing I did, probably. Time was as far as your badges.
You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
Sorry for putting this in a situation I'll handle.
I'm sure you will, Detective.
Do you propose that we don't investigate the drug trafficking, by the way?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
That's pretty fair, Kim. That seems pretty fair. Let's get back to her then. I swear there was a purple bubble that came above my head at some point that I'm just not getting now. There it is. There's the water. Cool plants under the calm service. Sure, why not?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Well, thing one, you seem rich. Can I have some money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
What? Why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What nice fabrics.
Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities.
Yes, so?
Now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
What a shame.
Oh, but you are. Too ashamed to ask this person for money. Too scared to belittle yourself in her eyes. Those half-precious stones of Erdenil. Oh God, the lieutenant is here too. Do not dishonor the force.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
I'm going to say it. Can I have some money?
Voila, you're doing it.
I'm poor, I need money to keep living. Have some money, ma'am. You seem rich. Can I have some money? I'm sticking with the original.
Why, yes, I am rich. How much money do you need? Hopefully not too much. I couldn't do all of it with me.
Easy?
She's surprisingly nonchalant about this. Could it be that she somehow knows more about your predicament than she's letting on?
Right. I think 70 is... No, 30 real seems about the best I should do. I'm assuming a similar dollar to real or pound to real amount. 30 seems about reasonable to ask for.
That's a good sum. Not too small, not fantastically large.
Yeah, exactly. Raincoat and pulls out a zip bag. The paper from my bank girl.
She removes a few notes and hands them to you. The paper is cold and oily to the touch. Whoa, whoa! Did you see how easy that was? Ask her for more. Toot toot, train to money town.
Oh, I can't do that. Nay, it would be dishonourable. I don't need that. 30 will deal me, right? 30 will keep me going until I can get my bank account details remembered, I think. It would be dishonourable and mine honour is my life.
Can you eat honor? Are you an omnivore? Give me a break.
So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
If I hear a word about this, not your truth exploitation of the entire human race. Bit over the top. I don't think that's gonna win. Still get my head around this whole money concept. You just helped me out.
You're right, man, that donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, unseemly as it may be, as long as they're properly logged with the precinct.
Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I help the RCM today, besides supplementing its salaries?
Tell me about the alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Girls happens largely from Revachol through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
Nice to investigate.
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
I'm gonna need bolt cutters for this.
Unlikely, officer. I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they may be vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
You'll be indebted to her, in a way, but one step ahead of the union in another.
Coincidence the lorries are stranded like that.
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However,
What's this?
this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue.
Looks like.
Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
It can be both, me. I mean, I'm fairly sure that... No, it wasn't Sigourney Weaver who played Margaret Thatcher. It was, X-Files lady. Sorry. Actor names. What proof do you actually have?
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
Logical.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
Me, I'm just bad at names, is the truth of it. I'm just bad at names. Like, I know Sigourney Weaver, she was an alien. X-Files lady. God, she was also in American Gods. Fucking powerful woman. Gillian Anderson. That's the one. A woo? A woo? A woo, apparently. Okay. The strike is being funded with source ingredients for the drugs.
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely. Then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
I think she's full of shit, to be honest. I don't think she knows how much it takes to feed a family.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would confide in.
I don't think she'd know. Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier? That isn't...
We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
Yes, that's the pissing contest.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
Made up my
Yes?
mind. There's no way we can... You see, I'd like to do a cursory, like, just ask around, but, like, I don't want to... I feel like... The problem is I'm worried one of these will outright end up locking me into a path, and as I've said in earlier streams, no save scums in this playthrough. I stick with my decisions. If I want to do a save scum playthrough, I will do another playthrough. So, a cursory ask around, basically. We will take the case, technically speaking, probe the drivers and see what it yields. This will not be a guarantee of anything.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something.
I don't think they will.
It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
Thank you, that's all for now.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
Okay, Kim had better not be disappointed in me. What container? Hey! Stuff! That's mine now. Hey, Kim.
Yes?
Ah, I still can't. I need to boost my M-Buy before I can convince Kim that it's a... Oh, it might be the racist truck driver, to be fair. That would be a bit of a problem. Have I been in this building? I think I didn't. Hold on.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
There's no reason to go in here right now, actually. Again, I'm trying to roleplay, and the answer... And I need to remember that, like... Most people do not go around just... What the... Oh. There's a lack of...
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
These arts. Hey, chat. Want me to try and make the detective learn art? Boost my skills. Let's see if a man with conceptualization of 3 can think up art. Let's find out.
You have no clue. It's just a wall.
Yep. I have no understanding of art, clearly. Oh shit, it's the child! I didn't know I could get to this side of the fence. Hi, child.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
And can I ask, you're awake?
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
Are you sleeping right now?
Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
Yeah, no, I'm not dealing with this. Garden hose. This is what we use in stone melts. Thing I can't get to. Yeah, there is a reason for me to be exploring right now. It's because doesn't show even by rain and rot. I'm trying to get bullet holes in this. So much bullets. Closed door, but you viciously. Oh, I found a bum hat. Oh, a new hat. Plastic. No, not you. Orange beanie with a couple of big ass holes on it. Looks like it might have been used in a mask during armed robbery. Well, I mean, I'll have to put it back on when I'm using my rhetoric, but I need to be stylish, you understand. It's very important. Oh yes, and here's I can't get up there right now. This door locked as well? Question? I'm approaching
There must be another way into the building.
Was that double, Kim? Did Kim? Kim just did that twice. Okay. I mean, I know there's another way into the building because I found a way into a building. But I need to grab myself... I haven't been to the bookstore in this playthrough. I think that was where my last attempt at a stream playthrough ended. Was this bookstore. And I don't feel like the bookstore is actually going to add much right now. Start here and to roundabout in the middle. But no, that's the thing is, I've got a plastic bag banged up and inoperable. No, that's the street light. I'm looking at the street light. Oh, it has a very musky man surrounded by flames. Look, has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on the cover. Ooh. Half-naked and dame? The non-gay, non-erotic... I mean...
This Postlavantore mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals two bullet holes in the front.
The most important question before we go to ad break. Do we like the mailbox or do we want to kick the mailbox? I have money now, but I am also just... Money's useful. Money can be exchanged for goods and services. Apparently, we're being nice to the mail delivery box.
The box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
In the postal event here. Mailbox.
The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow.
I was so nice to a mailbox that it healed me. This game is fucking amazing. Okay. Can you save? And I'm going to do a quick ad break because Twitch insists I do this, I think. Yeah. I'm going to leave you to listen to the music and I'm going to have a quick adjust to my back. I'm not sure push-ups are supposed to hurt your lower back, but mine keeps getting hurt by that stuff. So, but yeah. I will be back momentarily. 3 minutes of ads starting now. It's goblin ass. Just like me.
Oh.
Did you forget that cis men existed for a second there, Dax?
Yes.
A lot of visual information. It's... This is better than what I was going to play. You did this. You did this.
I fucking love this. This is so terrible.
He just goes stuck! He's a farmer? What? Why is this farmer Duke Nukem? It's time to kick ass and farm bubblegum. I'm all out of farm. Please don't clip that, that was terrible. You're stuck doing the dirty work of Destiny 2, huh? I was supposed to slay an evil being too, but it threw me into a distant time. Egg!
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 Egg.
Egg.
Egg!
Egg.
Egg!
Egg.
Egg!
Egg.
Egg!
Egg.
Egg!
Egg.
Egg!
Egg.
I'm
Egg.
hungry
Egg.
now, god damn
Egg.
it. I've saved the gaze.
Can I offer you a delicious egg in this trying time?
Egg. The chat is just egg,
Egg.
now.
Egg.
Fuck.
Egg. Egg.
Egg.
Boom.
Egg.
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 Yeah.
Egg.
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 A
Egg.
story. Oh
Egg.
no, the egg is
Egg.
taking over.
Egg.
He
Egg.
was here,
Egg.
but wasn't he the egg man? Then why?
Nick.
Nick is the egg man. Fine. Don't think about it too hard. Don't think about it too hard. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. I'm the elite sniper. Don't you know? The elitist. Of snipers. Oh.
Everything alright?
Elite! Dax is a side stream! Elite sniper! Yeah, again, by being a clunkier game, it's a kind of a better stealth game! What the fuck? Never seen that one before! Don't worry.
Bad day for a hangover.
Where you have healing powers? And what?
Get your filthy fucking claw off my trailer.
It's time! Pizza trick! Bye, Death. Wait a minute. Oh. Oh, I needed that. Okay, I think we're back. Oh. God, just seeing you all respond to the clips is a lot. The clips were a good decision, clearly. Or maybe you hate them. I'm not sure. Give me feedback. I don't. The only metric I get is the numbers, and the numbers are evil and bad. Like, that's a thing, right? Like, so recently I've started doing a Yu-Gi-Oh thing, right? I've been doing a Yu-Gi-Oh advent calendar. Rich Dawn feels attacked by like an eggshell. Damage like it be caused by an earthquake. We see monsters plaza. Like, it's like, well, no, I should pay off my debts quick. But the thing is, like, so I made YouTube shorts, and it is absurd how much better they do than the VODs. Like, I don't care about YouTube numbers, like, at all. Oh, you're a new dude. I should talk to you. Second. First, I gotta pay off my debt. Woman's handwriting yesterday's menu. Today starts in a man's handwriting. He was here yesterday, she isn't today. Like, we...
Can I help you?
It's not that money I owe you.
Yes. Have you got it?
Yeah, I have it.
Well?
It's 30 real. Sorry for the trouble.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered.
Hey!
He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants to make sure you're not angry with him.
Yeah, YouTube Shorts are like their rip-off of yeah, their rip-off. They are the rip-off of Snapchat. They did, which is well, technically what they're doing is a rip-off of Instagram Stories, which is itself a rip-off of Snapchat. It's weird. Every website just decided to be Snapchat or TikTok or whatever. These short-form videos. And you know what? I like them. I do like short-form content. I'm glad there is a place for that, because YouTube used to be the place for short-form, like, 3-minute skits, and then it stopped because that wasn't what they wanted. And now it's gone the way around again, and these sort of short clips are able to be pushed. The thing is, I've got I've got like a couple of hundred views on each of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Advent calendar videos, and bear in mind I've done 3 of them so far. They're all like a minute at longest. I've been making them with the YouTube Shorts app. I'm having great fun with them, but it's like, it's absurd how much better numbers I get on those. And I don't think that necessarily means they're better than a full stream. Like, I'm sure there are far more goofs and gaffs in a full stream than there are in a minute of me pissing around with a knife and also some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But, like, according to the numbers, that's what I should be doing forever now. So clearly numbers are wrong, but that's all I get. You don't really get much feedback about these things other than, like, what numbers you do. Yeah, it may be. I've not even really been, like, promoting them too much. Like, I did a big, like, on day one, I sent it to a load of servers and it got like 40 views or so, which is a lot for a YouTube video on my channel, but like, not that much really in the grand scheme of things, right? Next day, I only put it in 2 places and I got like 6 likes, 1 dislike on the one that was a half day because I couldn't fit it into one video, and like 100 and like a bunch of likes on the other one as well. It's like, these aren't massive numbers, but like they're better than I get on most of my YouTube videos still, which usually only have 1 like, which is me putting a like on the video because it reminds me that I've checked to make sure that the video is has processed properly, because the Twitch exporter's a bit shit, let's be honest. But yeah, sorry, I'm getting distracted, but like, if you actually have feedback, I genuinely do appreciate it, because I'd much rather someone was like, hey, I like this, I don't like this, that you're doing in your content, rather than just having to guess based on numbers. Because the numbers, for all I know, it's just that that one got promoted more for some reason. Like, it's... To be fair, I've not asked my girlfriends to like my YouTube video. Also, I've got partners as well, me. I feel like I wish to make that clear. That I feel like my date friend would not want to be referred to as a girlfriend. My partner system, similarly, they aren't girls. So, like, yeah. TikTok is just, I think it's just a thing where there are a lot of high numbers. But, no, don't worry. I do have a girlfriend, me. I have at least one. But, but still, I want to be clear on that. Because, yeah. But yeah, also, yep, no behaviour, yep.
It's good you paid before 9 p.m, or your door would have been locked electronically.
Perhaps it's it's a metal box until counter.
Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
Per night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Is that trash can? I'll back yours.
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
You know what I meant, Gart.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
Wonder what the...
Prod at him and find out.
Does it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor?
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism. He killed himself.
Maybe I am Krasmagov.
What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container?
No, wait. What if I am?
We should return to the case of your mistaken identity at a later time, officer. This was about the trash container.
Yeah, oh, sorry, yeah. We need those keys.
What for? Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
I feel like that was probably supposed to be him calling me Mazov derisively, and the direction didn't necessarily convey that, but
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
You wait and see, cafeteria manager. Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Yes. So it's something about here at the Whirling Garden. Well,
What thing?
I saw a sign that said Nestle is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
Tosses his head and just.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
Gar, I paid you, bud. You really don't have to make an ass about this.
He hates the Union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
I've got dating. No, I'm not. It's a shame you got to start with the Union to stay afloat.
I don't. I'm simply providing a service, or really facilitating the offering of services to paying customers, and it doesn't matter. I don't have to explain myself to you.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
How do we find it?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
Okay, something.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Ah, I see. Okay, goodbye.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
Wait, there are the types?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Sorry, cop? I'm sorry, I'm not sure.
Yes, sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
Would the other cop types be jealous?
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry.
God, that was some great voice acting.
They'll be super, super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual Copo type from sorry to anything.
Okay, but what are the other top types?
Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the Advanced Interesting Cop, Liquid Shadow Cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go.
Okay, so I guess this is gonna be me locking into a path, but sorry.
Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million. That won't happen.
And now I have signed on to be... Well, I've compressed my shit. Rigorous self-critique cannot currently be internalized, though. Oh, I'm sorry, piece of shit. Cop, peasant, flagellant cop monk is not the right line of work for you. You should be grovelling under the feet of a feudal lord, providing lurid elephants, gate yourself in a Mazovian show trial, ripping the flesh from the back. You're back with a cat of 9 tails. Whoever made you this way, yeah, I'm sure it was your own fault. Do it. Really criticize yourself, who knows. And cover something once written past. Jesus. Okay. Embarrassment to the party. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. Joyce. So we're working on Jam Revival. Covering the drivers. Find money for rent. I do need another $20. But yeah. Okay, and anything else? So like something. What was the thing I got? Or is it just that the bag, because it's containing more tar, gets updated maybe? Oh, I got a level up as well, didn't I? Okay. So level up endurance to make sure I have a hat, yes. I already put on the hat. What skill do I want to... If I boost Inland Empire, I can try and convince Kim again. Then that overtakes my empathy. Auric. Please. drama, I think I kind of like the idea of a little bit. Conceptualization is fun, but I don't think necessarily this character's feel. Visual calculus is a rad one as well. I feel like I'm going to do a playthrough focusing on each major stat at some point, and body stuff together, keep morale up. I think I'm actually going to boost drama. Yeah, oh, I mean, these two are low regardless of what I do. I'm boosting drama. I'm going to be a dramatic bitch. I do not have enough skill points. There we go. Yeah, I'm a drama cop. Also, I can go back here now. Oh, hello. Just to dry myself chemicals and inventory. Hey, bunny. Remember, spices, alcohol, and tomato hands in.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. It must be his name. Garancy. Garancy Kubek. Sounds representative.
Garancy, I have some questions to ask. Mr. Kubek, I'm here on official police business.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Got some impressive pots.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
I don't think I need anything. Say masculine. That's us. Okay.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Touch the...
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side.
Try to put the door.
The door does not budge.
I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
Door to its cobalt blue.
It is quite pretty. I suppose we could look into it as a side investigation.
Yes, a mini side investigation.
Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Wow. A secret passage, apparently. Thank goodness. Thank goodness I know. Hey, Gart. Bit of help.
Can I help you?
Another
thing. Great. I love those.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Know what's behind it? You have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
Check the dirt.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Oh, what's back there?
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage.
Pizza, good job.
So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
Okay, out of this conversation, and I've just had a breakthrough.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake. the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then, past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Learning cap for perception has been raised and the speed gives one sigh. The drug speed? Huh. Oh, I need more skill points to unlock more stuff. Oh, that's a shame, because I was going to be very sorry. But, lost skill points. Automatic shit compressor as well. Yeah, no. I'll deal with that later. Yeah, I'll just keep being communist instead. It's fine. There's money in the reserved room. Hey, you're a new dude. And hey, my sleeping guys. Still here, blimey.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? An hour would have been bad. 2 hours is mystical. You have truly wiped out all trace of yourself if you haven't thought about rum and lemonade yet.
Should I be thinking about this? It's like drinking hasn't turned out too well for me.
Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade to yourself, boy. Or better yet, lick that stain off the counter.
Nope. Don't lick it.
What happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink then. Get your drink on and your act together.
Find booze and drink it. Mango is real bad. Take the edge off, find a bottle of alcohol. I'm surprised they didn't crop up earlier. Okay, you're literally just an MP. You don't have any dialogue out. You're just there.
The worker is in a deep slumber. Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from, into the primordial darkness.
Art. I have no reason not to give it another try.
The worker continues to nap, undisturbed despite you shaking him. This guy's a real juggernaut of sleep.
I think I actually woke him up in another playthrough. Can't remember why, though. I'm not sure it really benefited me much. We are not licking it. We do not lick the rum.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Okay, so that's a passing the time mechanic. Okay. I never talked to this dude, but I'm fairly sure it's just like butter sign down. Oh, butter sign down. No, I will talk to you briefly.
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
You know what caused this wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
The words "daredevil driver" sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
What's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Can I have some? That's lie.
Sure thing. Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Hey, nice of you. Bye. I think this is...
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Yeah, I'm not going to risk any additional damage.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter, soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted. Whatever it is, the boy on the billboard seems very happy about it.
Time to try... You know, I want to give this a little bit of a boost. Chat. Let's see what you want to do with this. Do you want to have... Also, I should probably change outfit now I think about it. Oh, whoopsie. Like, I feel like one of my hats is less useful for this, right? Nothing more to see here for now. Let's just... Yeah, you lower my... You increase my conceptualization, which might... Yeah, no, not much I can do.
A crumpled billboard reading, judging by the size of the
my
impact
luck strikes
and the parallel
again!
lines of burnt rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle.
Look at the crap.
Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the crater at 35 kilometers an hour. The black marks on the roof indicate that the vehicle vaulted from the crater to the roof of the shack.
To the slope.
The panel served as a takeoff ramp. The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard and upsetting the posts. Then it continued its flight, taking the billboard with it. The sign broke the vehicle's fall into the canal. The Samaran butter billboard still looks freshly painted, suggesting it took the plunge recently.
Ow.
Within the past 72 hours. Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the fog along the coast.
The mod.
There are two good candidates, the Caprice 40 and the Linear G22.
By the coup.
It's about the right size, and the tire marks look like they came from the skinny tires frequently found on that motor carriage.
By the...
Very sturdy but light motor carriage. More likely than most to survive that jump.
What now?
You'd have to follow the tracks to be sure. The lieutenant looks on, waiting for you to wrap up your analysis.
Any theories about what happened here?
Top shelf shenanigans. I want to meet the driver and shake his hand. Sorry.
What kind of car do you think it was?
I don't... Here's the thing, I don't remember what sort of car him drives. I think it was... I wish I could just say both. Chat, you decide. Also, I think I'm remembering stuff that... I've seen bits of this game. Technically speaking, I should not know spoilers. But... occasionally there is a thing where I dropped into someone's stream and they were like, oh, here I am investigating this car that's crashed on the other side of the river, and you go, well, okay. It's a plug-in meet, by the way. You can vote on the thing. It's designed for bigger streams than mine, but it's useful. Linnea.
That's quite likely, from what I can tell.
Here's who it might have been.
Oh.
Someone cool and courageous. We haven't come up with a list of suspects.
We are not traffic cops. Should we get back to the murder?
Right, but we should bring the driver to jail.
If we must.
Yep.
I'm not expecting him to get far with this, the lieutenant consoles himself.
It's more if we find information on the traffic hooligan, we find it. No. I'm not committing, Kim. Oh, so what's in this box? Hey, more plastic. Oh yes, this shop. Yeah, I've been here already. No need to harass this poor nuclear waste vet any more than I already have. This dude, I mean, I could buy some of his clothes at this point, but I will probably need $20 for the next night. So, yeah, no. Wait, he's one of the truck drivers.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Do you think a man who knows about drugs?
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out Terminal B.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Could be conducting a drug trade then.
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire. It's not a lie. It's something else. Impossible to say what at this point, but there's something in him. Some trepidation.
Over now. Bye-bye. I forgot to talk to this fellow back here. He can sell me a froggy hat, which is important to remember, but
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
oh, I was gonna get the speakers and the sneakers. Oh wait, they were way too expensive, weren't they? They're cool.
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer. You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
2 finger pistols and fires a few finger bullets into the air. Whether I'm cool or not is... I'm not cool.
What? No. I can't believe you said that. You got personal style. You know what you like. You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
Kettle's back. The pile of boxes.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Oric. Oh. Like I... What are you selling?
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
No permit to sell that.
Good joke, officer. Here we don't have permits. Just economic freedom. Take a look around.
Deep.
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the sidewalks strewn with sunflower seeds and a dust-choked air.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
True. Need a permit to sell.
It is, yes. Anyone can set up their shop whenever they feel like it.
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so cool.
Okay, what are we doing here?
If you wanted to be cynical about it, you could say we are here to protect the interests of property holders. I am not, however.
My man, officer, you make all this possible. Without you, this climate would be extremely bad for business. You're part of the Gossamer state.
Of common anarchy. A tough one. Chat, I'm about to click the what do you want to vote for option while I think about these. I'm trying to pick up the tone. I know where I'm leaning. Meat, you voted for a different one. Common anarchy. I don't know if this dialogue is implying anarchy in a good way. Yeah, Panda, that's kind of the problem, isn't it? I'll run it again, actually, if I can. Oh, this is advisory. I think I've chosen, but I think this is a hard one. That's the cool guys protect businessmen while everyone else lives in the ruins. Cooler things.
Yeah, cool ruins.
Oh, I got an achievement for being communist.
Quality goods like these by cutting out the middlemen. You don't have to rebuild your house, live in a crater, or in a tree. Where can you do that? Only here.
Get those hands.
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
Is there a for cool officers like me?
No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, 50% off. Anything for you.
Where you from, Ceiling?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
I'm worried this is going to go down a bad route, so I'm backing out of it. That sounds good.
Very cool. I like your style, officer.
Now, the thing is, I would like my rhetoric to be better quick, because, now, the thing, and also I would like to torture a man quick, so, I mean, Froggy Hat is important, but
everything's still cool here,
I need a bit of cash, you know, so let's just shine a torch in a man's face while we ask him.
Dress this one up. Just tell him what you want.
I want your money now.
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
That was the only thing I carried in my head to ask you. I need money somehow.
Ah, yes. Money is very important.
Bernard nods, dead serious.
Are you trying to ask for a bribe? If so, you're not doing a very good job.
Looked at the vendor.
Sorry, detective.
The man grins, the entire incident is already forgotten. God damn it, I let down Kim! I was not! I wasn't. Hey. Kim, I wasn't trying to take a bribe.
Yes?
Kim, beloved Kim, I didn't mean to. I took off my hat for this. Also, I wasn't holding my torch. Shit. That would have been so much funnier if I was doing the torch thing. Shit. Anyway,
You keep coming back.
Windbreaker is up, composure minus shivers.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless.
Need 50.
The sneakers triumph over them.
Need
They're
50
the
for the
star of the show
sneakers and
here.
speakers.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
Yeah, I don't want the glasses. Fuck it, man. I have to, right? I have to.
Sporty and practical, officer. Good choice.
Yes. Oh, it doesn't have eyes on the overworld model, but I am the owner of Froggy Hat. Malformed green frog of the Pfizer seems to keep an eye on her surroundings. A beady, suspicious eye. Lime-tinted cellophane appears to be poorly moulded. The imprint says, made in Safra. It's doing 2 quotes in short succession now. No, that's Panda's fault. Never mind. Sorry, I thought that the bot was busted. Anyway, I guess I'm wearing a frog hat now to make up for the fact I tried to get a man to give me money and failed. Also, I thought he was part of the convoy, but you're a gardener. You're not part of the convoy. Doors closed. Hey, racist!
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
You're a lorryman, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Takes a long drag on his cigarette. No.
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector.
He's such a racist piece of shit that he won't do drugs. Terrific.
They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
Hold on, they make that alcohol in Ilmar too. I was told they do.
I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi. Or sometimes I like a dram of that Yugograd vodka. Koikos and worse much, but they do no booze.
Listen, I agree. Our responsibility to keep this poison off the streets of Revacol, right?
He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds. Then...
Also, it is very important context that I am shining a torch constantly into racist lorry driver's face while I do this conversation. Please do not forget this is happening.
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
He's lying around hit for. Most of the other can tell to the left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking on at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one lorry with a tray of doors. You know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Long sucking his cigarette, appearing to save the... I've already told him to fuck off, but... I am going to try and act a bit friendlier to this. Yeah, he becomes more Welsh when he's sad. It's odd. I presume this was just because, again, they kind of expanded the voice acting out. These actors were originally doing one line. Some of them had to be recast because they couldn't get the originals back again as well for the final cut, which is a terrible shame. But you get it. I guess.
It's a fucking travesty, is what it is.
Not you, then. Who's running drugs through Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang. That beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Wait, the Trooper in Southby? That guy's a lorry driver?
Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right? 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
That has given us the knowledge that he is a truck driver, but...
Guess so.
I don't trust this racist. And Kim is correct also not to trust this racist. He'll welcome me to Revachol, my little boy. My good boy Kim. Anyway, thing is...
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Trying to insert my bottles.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Hey. Become a richer. Dabble deeble dabble deeble dabble deeble dabble die. I mean, this still hasn't paid off this still hasn't paid off my need for a hotel room or froggy hat, but you know, it is what it is. Only 2,000 bottles in a game which doesn't now have 2,000 bottles in it for a night in a hotel. Yeah, oh, hello, there's a thing here. Brisver slow, no. Yeah, this lady. You're a truck driver, I think, right?
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
Also flashing a torch in her.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap your fingers twice.
Where am I? Who are you?
Magician recording a subject from hypnosis, you've altered it back to reality.
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the weary aspect of a cornered beast.
Are you alright, ma'am? You were out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
What bad about the 50s?
The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
Where else would you be then?
Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is.
Sorry to interrupt you, ma'am.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the man behind the Black Sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden. While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Methk, it was a golden age.
I think you were young.
Someone was.
Gabriel?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
Yes, you.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, And his jaw, the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen. This man's got a hold over her, even 50 years later. You can feel it.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all of his lines.
Thanks. These not your memories, by the way?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away, like a tidal wave approaching.
I have some, please.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
Rattling and mountain. Excellent. What are you holding?
Diamonds. Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Okay, but what are you really holding?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
I don't know what you're holding in your own lorry.
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
The cargo's contraband.
Then it's contraband, lawman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Bad Hand? Hermenegildos's bad hand strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
Why came away?
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
So he doesn't think she's a smuggler?
You hear that, lawman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Let's change this.
A pale dream is what it is.
For now.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
You know what? Yeah, I'm literally just doing this to say I have the negotiator lady. I am not expecting this to actually find the dealer. So I'm just asking all the drivers, and she's one of the drivers. So I've asked her. I've done my thing. Is this asshole a driver as well? Let's remember. I don't think you are.
Right to work! Right to work!
Oh.
Shame on you!
Oh, these strike breakers.
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
Man on his hand to a steadily graying haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
What is a strike, sir?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together and decide to block honest work for other people.
Shifts on company and his workers' overalls. What do the strikers want, I say, pointing a torch directly into this man's face?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting? What does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
Wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, I'll ask. Where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Routine, part of the investigation.
Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people.
Already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Bouncer? Well, I think a lot of bars, and it's one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
I heard of it. Are you lying?
We're done here. I have a strike to break. Right to work! Right to work!
Excuse me.
Shame on you!
I have further inquiries?
Things are busy enough. You going to waste less of my time?
We'll see.
The hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
Again, where do we
What's
from?
it to you?
It's routine part of
Am I a
investigation.
suspect? Done. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds
Hey,
in
boss,
odd
keep going out
jobs,
and
heavy lift. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Yeah, but I might have been there. I remember things well.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've got all I can out of that one. Yeah, no, it sure seems like he might not be entirely what he seemed, eh? Like some sort of fake some sort of fake strike boy. Anyway, I do need to have a chat with you. I have bought Froggy Hat from you.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Oh, Lang, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
We're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbour. They are in this traffic jam.
That's so cool. You investigating the local drug trade like some cool narc? But I am not a lorry driver. I am just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
You are a lorryman. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
Yes, he is. That's not the point.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
What's to think?
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
Oh. Elang, my source tells you you're the one transporting drugs for the Union.
No! That's insane! It's the fat hater. He's been eyeing me for a week and he sent you here. Maybe he's the one, huh? Have you thought about that?
Stop squirming. What about the drug operation at the harbour?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd? You know, the drug crowd?
He doesn't want to talk about them. He's afraid.
What are you afraid of, Sealing?
Look, there's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up.
Buddy silly. Well, you.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
They drove the old woman back there. Phased out, strange.
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange.
Other drive.
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
Both.
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Okay, but we're cool.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
I'll leave it to you. Oh, ceiling. What is... But the issue is, break is coming because Twitch insists upon my breaks. Okay. Gonna run another 3 minutes of ads. Everybody, take self-care breaks. No, not looking. That was supposed to be the one without the clip. I apologize. I have two versions. Yeah. Take a break. Get water. Get your snacks and such. I think I'm gonna refill my drink personally, and I will see you all in a bit. Ads starting and clips starting now.
So he falls down like a dummy. Okey-dokey. It's a cutscene. That means he's gonna die.
Oh yeah, by the way, this man is a towman. No, footman. Damn it! God. I broke my own joke!
No.
Yes! Minerva didn't clip that. It's already been taken out of context.
Oh dear. Ouch. Predictable. How inconvenient. That would do it.
Bad day for a hangover.
Bro, you have healing powers. Come on.
Get your filthy fucking claw off my trailer.
It's time! Pizza dick! Egg.
Egg!
Egg!
Egg.
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 I'm
Egg.
hungry
Egg.
now. God damn
Egg.
it. I've saved the gays.
Can I offer you a delicious egg in this trying time?
Egg. The chat is just egg now.
Egg.
Fuck.
Egg. Egg.
Egg.
Boom.
Egg.
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 A
Egg.
story. Oh
Egg.
no, the egg is
Egg.
taking over.
Egg.
He
Egg.
was here,
Egg.
but wasn't he the egg man? Then why?
Nick.
Nick is the egg man. Come on, you bastards. If it's good enough for George Lucas, it's good enough for you. Boo! It's goblin ass. Just like me. This is ethical. Oh, yeah, that gets out of the car. I'm noticing some minor glitches in this version that weren't in the original. Anyway, bye. I'm not dealing with you. Let me unfold. Yes! I do love that they do things like Yeah, there's just a capsule full of animals here. Why not? Hey, buddy, are you okay? You...
Yeah, not bad.
You're the new Tails. DK Donkey Kong. This little bunch, you know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. Coconut gun can fire in spurts. If he shoots you, it's gonna hurt. He's bigger, faster, and stronger too. I've remembered a thing now I'm back. And it's that I keep... Whenever Pank's here, I forget to give them a shout out. Like... Oh.
Yay, a bad smiley face.
Oh, it's not working? Okay, there we go.
Now let's do a dick.
Terrific. Okay. I'm supposed to be another shout command. I'm not used to it. /SO. No. Yeah, Oh, you have to type the... You have to type the whole bloody thing to give people a shout out. There you go. Because Pank's rad. Pank's I raid Pank quite a lot. I watch Pank stuff quite a lot, and they like to give me shout outs. So you know what? I should reciprocate. You know, not just. I need to actually be good about these things. It's telling me to follow Pank, and you know what? I'm already following Pank. Twitch, get your act together. Okay. Anyway, yeah, an old woman potentially. I will probably prod at some other lorry drivers on the way back. My interrogation torch. Hey.
Hello again, my man.
I heard that one of the
What's on your
drivers
mind?
is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
I don't mean to pry, but I need your help. Should I off the drop?
Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
Who is she?
A friend? An acquaintance? I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
Who is this person?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. From me, too. Now I see why.
What's she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
The older woman.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
Did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you. I just can't, man. I'm not naive.
That she's troubled.
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
But everyone's afraid of her. What?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
What?
The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
Panda, that is... No. Panda, no. When she left, did she leave her lorry behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one.
Raceman?
Push Tommy, and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals.
I like Todd. I will drop the matter.
Thank you, friend. Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. Would help with my rhymes, too.
He's smoking in his animation right now. That's all for now. I'll leave you to your e-cigarette, I presume. Bye-bye. That's the thing, see? I'm a cop, but I'm not a cop. Okay?
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
They even give me the right around to fess up. Where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then why are you speaking?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
Who does? You?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
The name resounds like a bell in the air, a dark gong. You get a bad feeling about it. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Yeah, him.
Cross your arms and nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Oh.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen the corpse in the yard, yes? You took a peek. I know you did. Does it look like his friends protected him?
Fuck him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
Nice to light a cigarette. Hands a shit. Sentence. End.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job.
Oh, he's seen me snooping the cabin. Quite hard. I think I might have some items that make me a bit more intimidating. Quick. Balls don't affect that. You know, I'm gonna, you know what? The best way to intimidate a man is to just really get in on it, right?
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
The main thing is to not overdo it, even when you're trying to scare someone. The most important thing is, how does it look on your resume?
Okay, chat, which of these is the funniest failure? I fucked up. I fucked up. I changed into a tank top and no trousers to intimidate him, and it merely did the opposite. Look, I'm sorry. Can you just tell me what you know?
Make me runt.
Oh. He blows the cloud of smoke right in front of your face.
Let's just go and ask Tommy, alright? We are wasting our time here.
We're done for now. Oh, he's just getting more racist, the prick. Jesus Christ, I'm putting my jacket back on for warmth. Tragic. There are other people to talk to. There are always other people. Not making a man betray the trust of a friend. I have an old woman to bully instead.
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
Are you the lady driver?
Did you just call me a lady, Herife?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
Aren't you a lady?
The woman's malevolent cackling fills the roundabout.
I'm a lady like you are Gabriel Buenguerro. Only in dreams.
Oof. Ow! You're not the driver everyone's terrified of?
I'm only terrifying to small children. And to those who used to know me.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
Who's the female driver I was talking?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around? When I have my movies to go to.
Oh. Oh, she's recalling movies she watched. Playing the parts out. Scary to the people who used to know you then.
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was. Oh, Sim.
It was, I guess, a long shot. I have... You know, I just... think maybe I should be doing something else. I don't want to choose a solution to that particular puzzle right now. That makes sense. So, being that I've done a decent amount, I'm going to instead a quick think. This is way in the Union building.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing. The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time.
Motherfucker, that's a huge crane. I'm letting him have his moment.
His eyes trace the crane's contour, as if trying to memorize its majestic shape. Then he notices your gaze.
Yes, we were in the middle of something. Your clock.
Right.
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
I'm going for not right now for a very specific reason. And it's because the one sort of save that I will recover from is if I actually die. Because I'm not permadeathing this. But I think I can improve my savoir-faire a little bit quick. I have some tricks up my sleeve for this. I feel like my reaction speed might actually be benefited by this. Feeling twitchy. Facing electrochemistry. I feel like interfacing is going to be the one that's most likely to be useful here. But yeah. Okie dokie. His red cloak there. Yeah, no. Robin, that's... Yeah.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Yeah, a tough one. Chat, aid me. Please, give me your strength, Twitch chat. Oh no, that was the bad one, huh? Oh, that was the bad one, huh? Oh! Oh! Oh, okay.
Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up here.
Oh, that's a different line. That's high. Doesn't seem dangerous. Don't must be crazy to chest out this certain death. Vertical the edge.
You could have died there. Shit, 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 shit. I'm failing you. This wasn't part of our deal.
I got you, Bratan. Let me just adjust your breathing a little bit. There, isn't that better?
God, I can't breathe at all. Stop doing this to me, Necktie. You're supposed to be a friend.
Hey, what's happening? You okay?
I'm alright, Kim. I can't breathe.
It's okay. You're just having a little panic attack. Try to breathe as slowly as you can, alright?
Shakes gently by the shoulder.
The necktie lets go a little. Its vicious grip easing around your neck. Colors return to the world around you.
Excellent.
Good. We can always come back when you are feeling better. It's just a cloak after all.
Okay. I might need to take some drugs. Oh dear. Oh, that went. Let's just quickly put glasses and shoes back on. Let's. Yes, but this. I was hoping this was a way into the Union, I'll be honest. But, perhaps not. Perhaps this is not a way in. Come along, Kim. Ah, bloody hell. Ooh. Stuff. The rooftops. Cannot get to. Good-o. Do I have the ability to...
There he still is, looking right through you.
Oh, shit!
With his white eyes.
Oh!
The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell.
Oh, hello.
Emitting it is all it does now.
I got my shit together. Okay, I do want to make sure that my Endeavour is high, but think I can do it, actually. Okay. Oh, I don't have the key for the trash. Thank you for reminding me, Panda. I only forgot that because I'm a dumbass. Let's do the trash first.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock
Legendary.
that says, whirling in rags.
Or literally just open it.
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
I just have a premonition there's something in there.
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
I'm opening.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Yeah, it's the inside of a trash can.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Wearing gloves for a reason. Look under the box.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Trousers!
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
Like the trousers.
Guitar-marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
That's what.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
That towel, mug, that's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Rags, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
Look.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
Can't be.
Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
I think I didn't want to pop anymore. Throw it away.
Well...
His eyes express a rare condolence. Then he picks it up.
Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Anyway, where were we?
Ration table where soggy cartons and egg stick.
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
The mug, I'm getting the mug too.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
And
only in its social sensibility.
Take the mug.
Mm-hmm.
The lieutenant briefly glances at the mug and returns his sight to the trash.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Okay. Here I've gained some interactive items. The damaged ledger. Look at this.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your finger across.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Lieutenant, what is this?
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Hey!
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
For example?
All RCM vehicles have had lights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
That's all, thank you.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Time to browse the white.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases, undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
In case we can my load, Lieutenant. Beat them though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
Burnt out.
That's okay. We all do, sooner or later.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
A name convention here?
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Alan. They're written in caps.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close. There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event.
And
the lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large-caliber bullets on an ammo belt. It's downright incriminating. He has little choice but to give you one, although he really does not want to. He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Fine, I'll just use this scrappy pen.
Absolutely motionless at first, then animated slowly, imperceptibly even. The lieutenant begins to browse his notes again, leaving you to the case files. A threat has passed. He is thankful it has passed, and that he's gotten to keep both pens. Onto the paper with a brash free hand, uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Then, any chance to name our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
Shit honest. Hanged me.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
That sounds so genuine. Kim, don't be nice. My case involving naming convention seemed to what we used on ours.
Yes, how very childish of you. In your and my defense, almost everyone in the RCM uses the titular system, in addition to the official alphanumeric. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to name the case the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Browse.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
The form.
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Field autopsy.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form, waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs. These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
Conduct fine.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. What delicious power hid within this pathetic mess. You feel better. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Beacons.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
You say the color was?
Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it.
How would I?
With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
Okay, Lonesome Long Way Home is making that hard. Smell the ledger first.
The acidic stench of rotting food has rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Okay, chat. I'm going to try both of these, and I'm hopefully going to be able to do a... Right. That not work? I guess that's not a choosable one. Okay, so I'm just going to do a bonus boost. Dead. I'm wondering if we should go for logic or interfacing first. I have items that boost both. And neither of those seem any higher. I'll try both of them.
It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together. Try again later.
I think they're going off different versions of the script. I think that might be why there's difference in the voice acting. Possible, yeah. Easy, no. You need to come up with a small archaeological password. The moment all they do is fall apart in your hands. Some dates and numerical system is all you have. Try to open it.
Is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some. Then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
I think I shall try again. For now, I've got this. This broken-eared mug. Someone made its way into the Wormsy Rags dumpster. It's a person of Samoran descent frolicking in a field of saffron flowers. Buck-toothed and grinning, feeble-minded. Seems to be a cheap knockoff some clone era.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
I'd love to read into it, actually. Let's go all that content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Okay. I can choose to be a racist. Use it as a mask to embezzle in the face of every merchant I find and tell them this is your inane ideology. But example of prejudice. I'm going to use an example of what not to do.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
Yeah, I feel like this will not benefit. Trash mug, this mug of the trash. Somebody put the clothes in the trash, and Kuno and Garte will have potentials. Read the watermarks. I also got a level up. The thing is, I've got some apologizing to do, don't I? Very important that I internalize my misery, become a rigorous self-critiquer. Maybe in a bit I'll actually, can I do this again?
It's just a racist mug, but it will not happen. The mug talk is exhausted. It is time to return to work.
Okay, I guess you can use that for one thing that the mug gets into and not for all. Okay. Rocky, I do not need a tutorial on that particular one.
He still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Time for me. Let go. Now throw it up. I have compressed my shit.
As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Oh, sir.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Not just boots, are they? The armor heels.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
The slope under his arm, Lieutenant crouches to... What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
It looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive.
Don't draw the line in the contract.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
Wow.
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
It's a lot, I take it.
As a wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot.
The rest of it, scanned by local?
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
You know who's eyeing you. He was just wearing these boots. Armor.
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirts we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
What if they tied the strip before they hung him? Beat him.
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
Expensive hardware.
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
Advanced for security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Knock on them.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
There's your number on the right sabaton.
Good. Can you read it to me?
It's the drying wall point. Probably is why he didn't garbage. Oh, my garbage board. E50, 100, 1000.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Right then.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Back to the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
Kind of rope is.
Industrial strength, the kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like in a circus, when the circus leaves town and they tie a black-spotted giraffe to the wall of a carry pen.
Like in circus for putting black spot.
No. More like in harbor. Like the one just east of here. I get the sense they used whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
You want him to stay up there, the polyester seems strong.
It's not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
Rockworkers from the harbor did it?
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
No. You feel like it was something else. But what?
Yes, it often is. This bell worries me.
How do they get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
I'm up using the ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the bell to close the buckle.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars. Alcohol and heartbreak.
Is that a map of the night sky?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
So am I.
Suddenly he feels the air down the zipper of his...
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
Ample. Thin slot shot.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
Where's the camera? Lens is adjusting.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
Then it says, takes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a copy of the dead man.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
Slides the camera closed and tucks it away.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
I have it. I should look at it later without the call.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
Hold up.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death.
Are you?
I'm gone.
I can see.
I'm a joke. Look at me.
Funny about?
There is nothing funny about jokes either.
Good night, Rachel. Nice one. Stream's not going to be going on for too much longer anyway, hopefully, but I think I should finish this scene. Where you and you.
A killer, a motherfucker, and a killer. Go ahead, Cobbo. Into the wild pale yonder. In the past, way out in the west.
Yeah, damn compartment my ledger open.
The blue heart. Oh, that's good shit. You'll love it. Just press down and fuck it open like you always do.
Thanks, talking corpse.
Fuck it hard. Corpopo the clown. He means force. It'll work.
Happening.
What do you mean?
Talking to
It's the power of your
black. Plus puppy.
imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
He loves those. Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me comical amount.
Coming right up, copperoonie Rooney. This is getting upbeat now. Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Rooney is obviously.
Between you and me, your name is probably Harry. You can be anything you want, brother Coppo.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something?
Because you have.
Good answer. Who killed you?
Love did me in, brother Coppo. It was love all along.
You ask me.
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating my murder? You're a lying sack of shit, Coppo. You're doing this because there is nothing else to do. Everything else is over. It's just me now. Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
Sexual arousal when they were hanging.
Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
Yes.
Captain Coppodromo. I fear we are drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question.
Think and you.
Do I remind you of someone?
Anyone?
Sure I do. You just don't want to admit it.
Fuck.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Out. Again, seems like they've been reading some of the lines from a slightly different script. And that's awkward. Because you know what? The version the Hanged Man read out, I think that was a better version than the one that was written in text. But I can't really confirm that easily because I don't have the thing. Get him down.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
I'm going to step back and have a look.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue. Mazovian socio-economics.
First of all, I've become a communist.
0.0000% of communism has been built. Evil child-murdering billionaires still rule the world with a shit-eating grin. All he has managed to do is make himself sad. He is starting to suspect Krasmazov fucked him over, personally, with his socio-economic theory. It has, however, made him into a very smart boy with something like a university degree in truth. Instead of building communism, he now builds a precise model of this grotesque, duplicitous world.
Oh,
so much for a quiet smoke.
Did someone say something in English? Chad, did you hear that as well, or am I just hearing things? That smoke.
I knew I should have quit.
Yeah. Where the hell is that audio coming from? Game?
Hey, what's that noise down there?
Up visual calculus. Downtrodden. Invacombu. That's authority. Well. Terrifying. Photos, interaction. Draghi sat with tattoos.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but something's not right. Gone. For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone close to the victim might know.
This. Which, quick, yeah. There we go, just a physical instrument a bit because I want to open
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made Just relax. The two sides of the board are slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off the slides. All you need to do is bend the plastic on your knee, slowly. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, you know.
Right.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
That's an interesting third option.
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too.
I have to know. It won't be dead.
The words just crossed your mind somehow. Who do you think? Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue. It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored. A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti. Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card, looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please. Your hand shakes holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Back.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on. To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything all right?
There is nothing. Again.
No.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia. That's me. Blue eyes, that's me. Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
Ooh, Ooh.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
That the X something?
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Where is...
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Stuffed. Light there.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
Old.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
Your mouth.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
Same.
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to.
Out.
10 minutes, maybe. Good. You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
Wait. See yourself from above. You're passed out on the plaza dock. This distance rides the great white valley. The little man's forgotten its name, but he remembers it moves. Feeling animates him. Instinctive reset best friend. Condor red. Clothes. This is the same ledger you found in the trash. Think about the letter. About the woman. About not woman. Fuck. That's not how I intended to end this stream. Fuck. Oh, I was so close to getting the fucking body down. Son of a bitch. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I was supposed to have... Oh god, I am 20 minutes over when this stream was supposed to end. I have several partners waiting for me at this point. I'm sorry. This game fucking slaps. This game is really, really good. Okay? Right? This game is so fucking good. Right? It's really good. I'm so glad I'm getting to play this. I will be putting Pank into the ball pit off camera just because otherwise it's going to play ads. I am racing the Twitch ad timer right now, and I'm losing. Thank you all for watching. We're raiding Pank. who was here earlier and made me eat marshmallows. Consume mallow is the raid phrase now. Pank's neat. I like Pank. I think Pank is very neat and also one of the horniest people on Twitch, which is impressive. But yeah, I'm Eldritch Zoe. I'm going to be streaming this game for like a fucking month, probably. I stream on Wednesdays and Fridays at 8 PM, guaranteed. I might also continue streaming on Monday because I don't want to leave too big of a gap between this cliffhanger and the next stream. Also, if you want to keep up with me, I'm doing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Advent calendar right now, and that's real fun. I'm having a great time with that. That's going up on the YouTube VODs channel as shorts, so it doesn't spam people's feeds, but I also have a co-host post and a Twitter thread that are currently doing that. Do the donates, do the discords, do the things. The commands will work, probably. Bye, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. I don't have an ending bit.